friends. Hello. Good morning. Ang aga natin. Ang aga nyo rin dumating.
Kuya.
To all our friends from the pageant media, TV networks, and online news platform, thank you for joining us today as we celebrate not just one but two historic pageant victories. Time flies so fast. It seems like it wasn't too long ago when we had our send-off of Krishna, and we were all hopeful and brimming with optimism, and now we're all here celebrating a well-fought victory.
Yes, sir.
It may not exactly be the blue crown, but we hope for the Miss World Asia 2025 crown. It's still a source of inspiration and a ray of hope for pageant fans who have long been yearning for victory since Megan Young's historic win last 2013. I was fortunate to have flown to India to witness the Miss World 2025 coronation night, and I'm grateful to reconnect with Julia Morley and her team and to realign our plans and goals for the future. While I was there with my team, we were also able to witness the festivities and to see all the lovely candidates. I myself will admit that it was a very tough competition, and that's the reason why Krishna earned my respect and admiration all the more. We all saw how she stood out and earned her top ranking even during the early stages of the preliminaries, and how she showed even more all throughout the coronation night. Krishna, to me, you're still a rightful queen. Simply because we say how you fought well and carried yourself with impeccable elegance and style. Even your communication skills have improved a lot, and it was so evident during your question and answer portion. We may not have won the blue crown, but your title as Miss World Asia still puts you on a pedestal that lives up to the Miss World organization's very discriminating standards. I'm optimistic that you can easily live up to your duties and responsibilities all through your reign, and I'm even more excited for the other opportunities that will come your way as a result of your victory. Incidentally, I'd also like to commend the hard work of Krishnah's glam team and designers who were all able to bring out her distinct personality throughout the unique works. She couldn't have done it without your collective efforts. One of the designers are here. Can we acknowledge the presence of Jason Castillo, who made her gown? And also Rian Fernandez and his member of glam teams are here. Only Jason. Again, congratulations, Krishna, for making local pageant history. Wear your crown with pride, and may you continue to remain humble and grounded as you fulfill your destiny as Miss World Asia. Mabuhay ang Miss World Philippines Organization.
Thank you, Sir ALD. We've heard all the accolades, we've seen her amazing performance. Now it's time for her to share her insights on that landmark pageant journey. Let's hear it again for Miss World Asia 2025, Miss Krishnah Gravidez.
good morning. Is it still morning? But good morning, everyone. Good morning. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. First of all, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this victory. You know, today, I stand before you deeply humbled and grateful to bring home the title Miss World Asia. This moment is more than a personal triumph for me. It is for everyone who believed. It is for all of us, and it is a celebration of our diversity, our culture, and the beauty of the continent of Asia. As a proud Filipina, I can say that this journey is not built on glamour, but in grit. I was once a young dreamer, working jobs to help her family. But through every challenge, I've always carried the fire to rise, not just for myself, but for others. And that fire led me to initiate Color the World with Kindness, where we empower children by rebuilding schools and homes, as we believe that every child deserves a space to dream. And we envision a day where the words underprivileged and underserved is no longer needed to exist, because everyone has an equal opportunities to thrive. And I believe that this title, it carries a story of inspiration, not just for my community, but for the whole world, especially dedicated to young girls as well, who were told that they're too different, too strong, too fierce, too small, or too ambitious to make an impact. And I hope that this will also serve as an inspiration that embracing our uniqueness is our superpower. And our Asian heritage is a profound source of our strength and compassion. So to the Miss World organization, thank you so much for giving us the platform to share our stories and use those stories to make our world a little lighter. And to the Miss World Philippines organization, thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you, Sir Arnold. Thank you for all the love and support, especially to the Filipino people. And to my family and my team, thank you for making this possible. And I hope that this title and this entire journey will serve as a reminder that it doesn't matter where we come from, it doesn't matter what our status is in life, because it doesn't dictate our destination and the future that's destined for us. So I hope that this journey will serve as something like that, and we all celebrate this, because this is not just for me, this is not just for the Philippines, this is not just for the whole entire continent of Asia, but this is for each and every girl, each and every young woman who also dreams to be in this position. So thank you so much, and I would like to thank God for using my life as an inspiration of strength, and it's strength and grace for others as well. So maraming salamat po. Ang panalong ito ay para sa ating lahat, para sa buong Pilipinas, at patuloy nating ipaglalaban at iwawagayway ang watawag ng Pilipinas. Maraming salamat.
Wow. Thank you very much, Krishna, for your very heartfelt message. And now, I'm sure most of our pageant friends are all eager to ask your questions, so let's proceed with our Q&A. To our media friends, kindly state your name and affiliation before asking our festivities. So, the floor is now open. Armin of Inquirer.
Mabuhay, ako po si Armin Adino mula sa Inquirer.
Hello po, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Krishna, and thank you for the honor you gave our country. My question is, can you say that you are now a different person from the Krishna that we sent off last month?
I love to believe that I am a totally different person, but I am still the Krishna that was. I say that in a sense that I am more intentional now. I know what I want to do with this title. I know what I want to do after or beyond the pageant platform, or beyond the pageant competition. Because what I've learned during Miss World competition is what truly matters is not the dresses or, not even, I was saying myself, or I was talking with my co-candidates that their mindset is they let go of everything after they flew from their countries and just fight there, be themselves, be their most authentic. And now I would say that I have grown so much in that span of 1 month. It's been a long journey, but I didn't feel like it was 1 month. It was so fast. But I've learned a lot. It taught me to be a better person as well. And it taught me to be more graceful in terms of, when I say, of course, every day we go through challenges, we go through different activities. And that for me, I became more adaptable, that this is what happened today, and I move forward because I believe that there's a better tomorrow. So that's my mindset during that competition. That's what I've learned, and that is something that I will carry forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again for the honor.
Hi Krishna, I'm Morley for
Hello.
OPNP. Okay, first of all, congratulations
Salamat.
and thank you for the honor that you brought to our country.
Together with the continental winners. And there are also some countries that are willing to invite the continental winners and the Miss World winner to collaborate on certain causes. But more than that, I am really excited for what's in it for Color the World with Kindness. I've always believed that maybe this is before I flew to Miss World to India. It was just really for me a very small initiative, but it was I believe that it's very impactful. And now that we have this title, it is the greatest stepping stone for me to elevate this cause. And I've always believed in the vision of Color the World with Kindness. So I'm really looking forward for the next 12 months or even beyond the 12 months of my reign, that it will go bigger and bigger. And aside from that, me as a person, I also see myself to advocate for more meaningful causes such as animal welfare and mental health awareness. That's also a few causes that's dear to my heart. So I'm really excited for that. Thank
Very
you.
well, so thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Hi, Krishna. I'm here. I'm Jerry Donato.
Hi, hello, Bob.
Congratulations on
Thank you
your
so much.
feat or achievement. Actually, your performance was very inspired. It was an inspired performance. By the way, I'm just curious, what's gonna be your life after the pageantry? Like, what are other areas of interest that you would like to foray into?
Now I plan to go back to school and continue my studies and finish my studies. And while doing my studies, I also would love to pursue my singing career more and maybe hosting maybe in the next few months, yes. That would be for me is the next steps. I really want to grow as a person, not only as a beauty queen, but also some aspects of my life, such as becoming a civil engineer, becoming a more successful recording artist, and of course to continue being an advocate.
Okay, last one. Do you also consider the possibility of you becoming a mentor?
Oh yes, absolutely. Now we are cooking something together with my team that will be released very, very soon, because for me, pageant life doesn't only stop when you're on stage. You can inspire more people, especially young girls and beauty queen aspirants, through your experiences, through your first-hand experiences. And that's what I'm looking forward to share to our community, to every young girl or every girl that I encounter. I look forward to share my experience to them. So I hope that in the coming few weeks or few months, I will start my mentorship more to them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Krishna, congratulations again.
Thank you
No,
so much.
There was one sentence that struck me with Sir ALV's speech. There was one thing that Sir ALV that struck me earlier when he said tumaas talaga yung tingin niya sa'yo or saludo siya sa'yo because Miss World was really a very tough competition this year. So can you walk us through lang? Kasi aaminin ko, around the time that you were doing the BWAP and especially when you weren't called during the top model, what was your mindset then in terms of strategy? Like, how did you revise your game plan, or was there a strategy for you that you had in mind for you to to reach top 8 all the way during the finals night?
First and foremost, I would like to really express my gratitude to the Miss World Philippines organization, especially ALV, because all of this won't happen without him, without the organization. And I'm really thankful to have been working with a very supportive organization. And what really for me is, the thing that I treasure the most is they let me to be who am I, like my most authentic self, and they support me to that. Of course, they're always there to guide me, but they're very supportive to just bring out who you are, because who you are is something that will make you stand out. And throughout 107 candidates, 108 candidates, all of us has each our own stories, and that for me is and them supporting me throughout my own stories, the greatest thing, or I feel like the key part why we reached the top 8. And throughout the strategy, all throughout the preparations, it's just really communications with the team, collaborating with the team. Because it's, for me, to be a successful beauty queen, you need to listen as well to your team. You need to collaborate with them. You need to be more open with their ideas. And I believe that is the reason why we reached top 8. That's why we reached this victory. It's because of the collaborative effort of the whole team. Thank you.
Congratulations. Last question. With what you said, looking back, would you have done anything to change for a better outcome, or do you have any regrets with everything what you did during the competition?
I don't think I have regrets. And at the present time, during the competition, we did the best that we could think of. And now, maybe it's just destiny. Everything that happened, the smallest things to the biggest things, everything is destined. Everything is decided by fate. So I hope that also, we also be proud and happy with that, because we did our best as well to fight for the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Tenten Show here. Hello, Krishna, congratulations.
Thank you so
You
much.
said a while ago, everyone's passion is a superpower. Having said that, you also said that you also like to be a mentor someday. So, what are you going to be giving advice or your message to the young Krishna out there based on your experiences?
Maybe it sounds too cliche. Just be yourself. And that simple advice, it may be simple, but sometimes it's hard. Especially if you're in the pageant platform, if you're in the pageant industry or entertainment industry, and you're in front of the public eye. Sometimes it's very scary to be yourself, because being yourself, you have to be brave, to be disliked, and not a lot of people are courageous to do that. So throughout the mentorship that I'm looking forward to, I hope that I can instill that sense of bravery as well to young girls, to not be afraid to be who they are, because that's what makes them stand out, that's what makes them unique, and that's what people love to see, just the truest self of you. Thank you. Hello.
Once again, I'm Krishnah Gravidez. Congratulations to the
Thank you so much.
So one thing I was curious about is that first I'm sure that your Miss World journey wasn't easy. So throughout your entire journey, throughout your entire pageant journey, what did you do to stay true to yourself and to stay true to your advocacy until the very end?
What did I do first is just really to set my mind into my purpose, into my why I am here, why am I doing this. That's before I go to India, and even during the preparations, I've set and conditioned my mind that this is what I want to do, that I just want to sometimes be vulnerable and share my story, hoping to inspire other people as well. And throughout my competition, I was just, for example, I encountered difficulties or doubts every day, or each day that I had to encounter those things. I keep on reminding myself, you are here for a purpose. You are here because you know that you have a calling, you have a mission. And I stick to that, I held on to that. That's why maybe there was no bitterness, there was no, sadness or anything like that, because I am very happy with the journey. I just enjoyed the journey because it's a rare opportunity to be there. It's a rare opportunity to represent the Philippines. It's a rare opportunity to be surrounded by hundreds or like 107 empowered women from all across the globe. And I just seized every moment, every minute that I spent with them. That's why maybe now my heart is just really full of gratitude because of that. Thank you.
Hi Krishna, how are you?
Nice to
I'm
see you.
JR from Contesera. I have a question from one of our viewers. His name is Jesuit Dugas. Shout out for you. Thank you for watching. And his question, your journey to the Miss World Asia title is celebrated by all of the Filipinos. What has been the most transformative lesson you've learned throughout this experience, and how will it shape the way you live in your new role?
As a Filipino, I've always thought and I've always believed that we're very resilient. And when I joined Miss World, that really, I felt our resiliency, I felt our ability to adapt. Because every day we go through changes, every day we go through, sometimes doubts and things like that. But as a Filipino, pure-blooded Filipino, I've always felt the resiliency in me, the adaptability in me, and I was able to conquer that because you are behind me, like a lot of people are behind me. I was thinking that I don't have any reason to doubt myself because I have millions of Filipinos back home believing in me. And that is something that I've held on to during the competition. So, sa lahat po ng mga Pilipino, maraming salamat po for your love and support. Mahal na mahal ko po kayong lahat.
Alright, thank you po.
Thank
Congrats
you.
again, Krishna.
I have a question for ALV. Since you are not just a queen maker, but a star builder, does this mean that you will be kickstarting her singing career and maybe even her showbiz career very soon?
Well, of course, my advice to her is to continue first your schooling. You have to finish your civil engineering course because that's more important. And your sideline is showbiz. Singing is number one because she's a very good singer. And number two is she's very good in hosting in terms of communication. That's why I told her to be a host also. And then, of course, acting because there's more money in acting. And that's the most important. And of course, the last one will be to become a product endorser. She has to maintain a good moral character, being an inspiration to the women out there. And that's the most important. I want you to be a product endorser because I believe in you. Because I can make you to become a product endorser and to become an influencer. That's the most important.
All right, thanks, AOE. James.
It's multi-caster tayo.
Hi there, this is James from Primetime Media. Okay. Of course, everybody loves what happened in this world. But almost during Miss World, there was a war going on between India and Pakistan, and some flights got cancelled or delayed going to the pageant itself. How worried were you when the escalation of violence between India and Pakistan happened? Because I was like thinking, could the pageant be postponed? But thankfully, the fighting stopped. And how concerned were you during that time?
I was actually concerned with the people there. I felt very sad because no one deserves violence, of course. But I would really love to thank the Miss World organizations for taking care of us. They made sure that we were safe, that we were taken care of. We're very far from the area itself, but we're just really praying and hoping that these things should be stopped and should not be continued. And we were just there at the Miss World Festival, just a show to show our unity, and that is what Mrs. Morley told us, that this is a show not just for glam, not just merely for the pageant competition, but this shows that we are united, and we're unstoppable and we're unshakable. And that is something as well that I'm really proud of and really thankful to the Miss World organization that we continue that. And we showed our inspiring stories, and that for me is one thing that that make the Miss World platform stands out. It is the advocacy, it is the vision of it to just continue showing support and love and promoting peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Cesar from Madrid.
Hello.
Krishna, can you share to us the Filipino community in India na ikaw rin nagsabi na malaking naging part sa journey mo as a Miss World International Stage?
Oh yes, they're very, very helpful. I think my team can testify to that. My team were also taken care of by the Filipino community, and I am really happy to be surrounded by those kind of people. Actually, it gave me a deeper sense of confidence knowing that I have kababayans there before they flew there. They were very supportive from the smallest things that I needed. For example, I ran out of hairspray, they were always there. I ran out of like this stuff like that, like just even the phone case, I don't know. But like they were very, very helpful, and that is something that I'm really proud of. Kasi kahit saan nakakita ka ng Pilipino. But more than that is really, the support and the compassion of the Filipino community. So, salamat po sa Filipino community in India. Actually, India is very big. That's why some of the Filipinos, they came from different states para to support. And maraming salamat po for supporting me, for showing me the true colors of the Filipinos, and that is our pioneer spirit. So, maraming salamat po.
Can you share to us na bakit kailangan mong iwan yung luggage?
Hindi naman, meron lang a bit of miscommunication at that time, pero nasunod naman yung mga luggages. Yung mga luggage na naiwan, yes, pero there was a bit of miscommunication, so nagka-problem lang sa airlines. But more than that, they made sure naman na sumunod agad yung luggages. Ayun. Kaya, also, yun yung Filipino community, they were there to help as well. Actually, marami naman akong damit na dala, pero at that time kasi, we were asked, over luggage, and we were asked to wear something that's very appropriate to the event. So I was like, I was talking to the Filipino community if we can source out something authentic, like an Indian traditional dress. Kaya yun. Maraming salamat po sa Filipino community for that.
I would like to add on that. It's true that the Filipino community of India were very, very supportive. I would like to thank all the Filipinos. There are different organizations of different communities of Filipinos. They came all the way from different states pa yan. Buti nga, ang Filipino community nagsusupport, but the government never supported us. I don't know what's happening to our government. Even the embassy, there's no support from the embassy. But the Filipino balikatan, how do you call it? Bayanihan. Sobrang support ng mga Filipino community doon. And then, up to the end, up to the last, after palabas na kami ng India, nandun pa rin sila. And they came all the way from different states, imagine that. And I'm very happy of all of these Filipinos. And with regards dun sa bagahe, totoo naman yun, na dinay yung ibang bagahe because marami talaga siya, so much bagahe. Because we need that, di ba? Dahil isang buwan siya doon. So, their bagahe came after a week because yung other members of our team will go there after a week. But going back home, and with the support naman of Philippine Airlines, so that time kasi papunta, hindi naman PAL, kasi there's no straight flight going to India, but you have to go to different airlines. And this time, going back, at least we came all the way from Bangkok. So, yon by Philippine Airlines. So, very Philippine Airlines supported us. So, thanks to Philippine Airlines.
And my last question po is in connection with the music. Diamante also a singer, then Michelle D na French up na siya to recording sing. Then you are also a recording artist right now under Universal Music, Universal Record Philippines. Okay, malaki bang naging factor ng pagiging musician mo in your pageantry career?
Ever since I was young, I was inclined with music na talaga. Growing up, I had a bond with my dad kasi he plays guitar and I sing every time he does that. And eventually, I knew how to play guitar as well. So bata pa lang talaga ako, I was very musically inclined. And I feel like music does something to me, like very mysteriously. It calms me, it gives me peace. Maybe if I'm sad, it gives me, a peace of mind. That's why now I would really love to thank as well Miss World Philippines Organization, ALB, and Universal Records for giving me the opportunity to be an official recording artist. And I would like also to give a shout out to my sisters, Dia and Michelle. Congratulations as well for pursuing this career. And I hope that we will all thrive through this career. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, Krishna. This is Kim from Simple That Beat. If you want the Filipino people to remember your Miss World ancient journey through song, what song would that be and what's the genre? And maybe can you give a sample?
Medyo walang bias, but my own song. No, The Rainbow. It's a romantic song from the classic Rainbow of South Border. So, for me, Rainbow really depicts the entire journey, not only my talent journey, but my whole journey in general, because Rainbow depicts it's a song about always believing that there's always light after the darkness. There's always a rainbow after the rain. And throughout every difficulty, I've always believed and I always think na maybe at this present time I'm struggling, maybe I'm doubting myself, or maybe there are certain factors that's lowering my self-esteem, but I've always believed that there's a reason behind that. And there will always be a greater purpose behind those difficulties. So yes, Rainbow is the song of my entire journey, and I hope that you can support me as well. Keep streaming Rainbow. Kaya, sample, okay. Take a little time, baby. See the butterflies' colors. Listen to the birds that were sent to sing for me and you. Can you feel me? There's a rainbow always after the rain.
Hi, Krishnah.
Hello po. Hi, Sir Tristan.
Hello. Simple lang yung question ko. Nakakain ka ng sinigang na baboy?
Of course. I knew sinigang na baboy, pero I ate sinigang na hipon. Sinigang na hipon. Salmon belly. Pero yun yung kinain ko talaga, first with Filipino food I ate. Sobrang namiss ko talaga ang sinigang. Kasi wala silang sinigang sa India. But they serve different cuisines. Merong Thai food as well. And ang Thai food kasi meron silang tom yum, di ba? It's the same as sinigang, but creamier. Pero iba talaga ang Filipino food. It's really my comfort food. So, I made sure na pag-uwi na inaawit ako ng sinigang. It's my favorite kasi, oo.
Ayan, kay ALV. After a long time, sa India, nag-reconnect ka with Julia Morley. So how was it? Ano yung mga nangyari na pag-usapan ninyo?
And of course, that's yun naman one of the purposes. We had meetings with all the national directors, and after that we have a time to communicate to each other, usap naman. And he's very happy of Miss Philippines. Sabi niya na talaga, the time di pa yung competition, di pa yung coronation. She was very impressed with all the Miss World organization. Talagang they're so impressed with. Hoping that Miss Philippines is gonna win depends on her performance on stage. That's what they told me. And even the other members of her organization, they're so waiting for Miss Philippines. Talaga, actually, one of the bet talaga si Krishna. That's why we're very positive. Not only the members of the organization of Miss World, even the national directors also eyeing for her. It's a very tough competition between her, Miss Thailand, and I was hoping yung Miss South Africa. Kaso wala siya dun sa kasi nga nagkaroon continental competition silang gano'n. So if ever, yun yung word of mouth ng mga national directors, itong tatlong to. So ako naman, I'm positive that I know, I'm very, very positive ako na we will get the crown. Maybe like what she said, it's a destiny. Maybe siguro there's another plans for her. But the most important, we got naman another crown, which is the Miss World Asia. So masaya din. And the whole, even the Asian countries also, the national directors are very happy that, Asia won. At least dalawa. Diba? So, the one-way communication with Julia na continue and then asking when is the final of the coronation of Miss World again, and she's hoping that she will come to the Philippines again, and she promised that she will bring Krishna in all, around the world together with Miss World and of course the Continental Queens. And yun, may project siguro, ako, may project siya na gagawin. I will announce it soon na it is an international project, international film. I will announce it soon kung magkaayos na kami ng producers from US. Because your beauty daw, it's different. Very exotic. So talagang may mga nag-open ng opportunities din when we were there. At the same time, prior to that talagang may nakipag-usap na sa akin because they saw her on the video, they saw her in social media. So they're looking for a new face. So I hope materialize. That's why I told her to study also acting. But you have to finish your studies first.
Hi, Krishna.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you would trade lives with any singer or recording artist in history, who would that be? Why?
Oh, I've always looked up to Sarah Geronimo. Sobrang fan talaga ako ni Sarah. It is because not only as a singer, but her life story is just so inspirational. And I've seen her dedication and how, and her passion in her singing career and also in her life. But more than that, kasi nakikita ko yung self ko to release more songs that are very chill, like the type of songs that you can listen sa lounge or whenever you want a solemn moment. But Sarah Geronimo, nag-release siya ng mga songs like she's a pop star and it's something that you can dance with. So I hope that I can also release songs similar to her. And I've always looked up to her. Kaya, diba, galing niya rin sumayaw. Kaya maybe in the future, yes. Thank you.
I have another question for Krishna. Krishna, what was your first impression of Julia Morley? And was there anything that she said or did that made a big impact on you?
Yes, the first encounter that I had with her was after the Miss World Philippines competition. We had a dinner together with Aomi. And at that time, she was holding my hands. And then she was saying, when the competition starts, you don't have to be scared because everyone treats each other as a family. And when I entered the competition, I have really felt it. Like all of them, medyo na-culture shock ako in a positive way because all of them are very sweet. All of them calls you my love, my darling. Pero my darling. Lahat talaga, medyo na-culture shock ako in a positive way because they're very, very thoughtful, very caring, and yun talaga, she's a fairy godmother to me. Every time she speaks, it's full of wisdom. Every time she speaks, you listen and you learn. And during the competition, she's very sweet to all of us girls. She's someone na, of course, she's Julia Morley. She's a very influential person. Pero every time you see her, she's very approachable. You can hug her. You can kiss her. You can say I love you to her without boundaries. Of course, my boundaries pa rin, but she doesn't have this wall that you have to, that will hinder you from expressing yourself towards her. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for her, for the support that she's given us, all of us girls. Thank you, po.
We're down to our last question. Ferdy.
Hi, Krishna. Ferdy from Advocacy. How would you use your title to be of service to the Filipino people?
I would like to think that even before I had Miss World, or we had Miss World Asia, I've been using the platform of pageantry, and even myself, my whole self, I was dedicating my whole self in being of service to others. And I've always believed that being of service doesn't only have to be just being on the field and doing those charity works, just simply raising awareness on certain causes that you fight for, or just sharing who you truly are, because you won't know that maybe you can inspire a specific girl or a young girl to also dream for herself, right? Through your own story, your own unique stories. So even before being crowned as Miss World Asia, I've been doing my best to be of service to others. But now that we have this title, I believe that we will elevate the causes that's also dear to my heart. I would say my charity organization, Colors of World Kindness, and I've also been talking with some of the queens, some of the candidates, that we will do collaborative projects as well. Kaya excited ako to do that as well. But more so, I'm really grateful to be here, and really grateful to God, to all of the people who believed in me, and to this title, to the Miss World organization, for believing in my potential and my story to inspire others. Thank you.
All right. So there you have it. Thank you everyone who participated in our Q&A. Of course, you can still do your one-on-one interviews later after our event.
Where's her crown? Yung kanyang pearl crown. You know why it's pearl? Can you explain?
Yes, because Hyderabad is a city of pearls. Yeah, that's why, yeah.
Totoong pearl yan, ha?
Tamang-tama for our photo op. So we have our photo ops now.